Welcome to Formal Fitness, everybody. I am your host, Jim Dandy. Today it's all about the tubes. Do shoulders. You can start with 1 foot down on the tube if you want. And we're just going to lean forward slightly, arms out to the side. And we're just going to come up and down. 2 count. Up for 2, down for 2, up for 2, down for 2. Again, we're going for 12 to 15 reps. Make sure you're standing nice and tall, good posture, so we're not working other muscles other than the ones intended. And one more for good measure. Okay. Now, make that a little harder here. We're going to bring both feet in here, stepping down on those tubes. Again, up and down. This time, we're going to go all the way up and we're going to come down on a 3 count. So it's up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3. And one more for good measure. Woo. Continuing with the shoulders. 1 foot again. Coming straight out, palms forward. Make sure those arms stay straight. We've already worked the biceps. We're not curling here. We're going straight up and down on a nice 2 count. Up, 2, down, 2. Up, 2, down, 2. Up, 2, down, 2. And one more for good measure. Whew. We are sweating now. Nice, that heart rate is up. We're fatiguing the muscles. Got a good sweat going, that's exactly what we're looking for. Now we're going to make this a little harder here. We're going to come in, both feet on the tubes, take away some of the resistance. And back to the 3 count, up on 1, down for 3. So all the way up, down, 2, 3. Keep those palms open. Make sure those arms are straight. Do not bend in the elbows. We are not working the biceps here, we're working the shoulders. Maintain that intensity in the muscle all the way down, releasing at the bottom and coming back up. Again, if you start to get too fatigued here, make sure you're maintaining that breathing. Nice deep breaths. And one more for good measure. Okay, now we're going to come back up. We're going to work the shoulders again. Starting overhead. And we're just going to come down in front. Again on a 2 count. Getting a good stretch on that chest and shoulder. Again, maintaining that intensity in the muscle as we go back up, not releasing from this exercise. And one more for good measure, and release. Okay, now, we're going to come down again this time. We're going to pulse, double time. Starting up, we're going to come down and pulse. Double time, double the reps. Keeping a nice intensity in those shoulder muscles. You're also working the upper back a little bit and getting a little bit of that outer chest. good measure. I'll release. Last exercise I have for you guys, we're going to come overhead. This is sort of like we did earlier, except this time we're going to come behind the head and down. And we're going to get a nice stretch throughout the back of our shoulder blades. And we're going to get a nice stretch up in here, the upper chest. So here we go, starting up, coming down. You're going to need a little more slack so you can get those tubes behind the head, because we're not coming down or forward, we're going all the way back and getting a deep stretch in there. So arms are up, come down on a nice 2 count, and up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. One more for good measure, and release. Okay, this time we're going to come straight down and we're going to release on a 3 count, making sure we maintain the intensity of our muscles throughout the entire movement. So up, come down, 1, release, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Again, we're looking for those 12 to 15 reps. Make sure we maintain the intensity in those muscle groups throughout the entire movement of the exercise. If you start to get too fatigued, remember the deep breathing. And one more for good measure. Alright, we are finished. And again, this time we're going to come up, we're going to pulse. Slight bend in the knees, lean forward, to press that rear towards the wall, and come up. A nice pulse. Double time, double the reps, make sure we're breathing. Get a nice good deep stretch. Press those shoulder blades together as you come up. One more for good measure. Nice. Okay.
Just like at the end of the workout series, and at the end of the series of stretches, so we're just going to do a few stretches for the shoulders. First, we're going to start at the top, and we'll come down to the side, get a nice stretch, push those shoulder blades back, nice and slow. This time, hold, nice and breath. Release. And take those arms straight up. We're going to press hard, arch that back. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds. And come down slowly. And take those shoulders and we're just going to rotate them back. Nice big rotation.